Hi, it's a TrickingCerberus podcast with Ronnie.
And Saffy.
The word did not come out there. I have pink hair.
Woo! And I have hair the colour of dried dead fruit.
It's like an auburn. It's a nice one.
Okay. I trust you. I trust your judgment.
I trust you. Yeah.
So, seeing as it's just us two, this is pretty much going to be a Roosterteeth podcast, right?
Yep. So, buckle up your seatbelts, fuckboys. So, of course, the main thing in Roosterteeth news is 10 little roosters, which has ruined most of our lives.
We're literally doing this like we're doing a fandom update. Like, you're like, okay, so the main thing about this is...
It's a slash up, except it's only about... I was gonna get away with saying that, okay? I think I was, okay. No. Yeah, well, it's like if we just look at each other the whole time, it's kind of like...
Yeah, this like whole setup is very formal. It's like...
I mean, the way it's done, because there's two of us and it's like camera like this, it's kind of like a fandom update style, except we're mixing with the genres, we're trying new stuff out.
Genres.
We have a lot of food.
Blending of
so it turns into a podcast,
videos.
So... But I had my coffee, so it turns into a fandom update. So.
But I have... energy drink, so it turns into
Life.
hyperactivity.
So once again, 10 little roosters ruin most of our lives. We've had about 10 conversations about it in like the last week.
10 little conversations.
So I need that. I need the poem as a poster print now.
Just print it out.
No, but I want it like a nice print, like on good paper.
So make it yourself.
I don't have access to this kind of printer.
You do. You go to like a whatever, wherever you go to learn things.
No. I want like a rough paper, like the paper looks.
Oh, okay. Like a menu.
Yes, I want a giant menu with a 10 little rooster poem.
A menu of death. So, do you want to talk about who you put for your predictions?
Oh. Apparently not. My if food came up, not like all the way up. It didn't go down. Okay,
it's not important. Don't worry about it.
All right, because I hate myself. I hate myself with the choice now because I don't believe it anymore. But I said Gavin for next week because it says trip over themselves, and I was like, oh, it's like a clone tripping over a clone. Then I'm like, why is the first one falling over? And I said treadmill because I had no fucking clue.
I did that.
Then I said Gus is the killer. Because of the whole, there was hair in like the glass, and I was like, no one else confirmed it, and he said it really quickly without even looking. So I was like, it could be a lie. He's just trying to place the blame on Adam. And then I said Lindsay is a survivor because I don't even know. It was mostly a random thing. And you put?
I've pretty much exactly the same as you. I put Gavin to go next week. When is this coming out, by the way? Because
Tuesdays.
It might be the podcast, because we might know who did the next week.
No, I'll try and get out by tonight.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I put Gavin as next week, and Lindsay as the survivor, and Adam as the killer.
Yeah.
Literally no reason for that other than he was the only one who I couldn't find a reason for him being the killer. So I was like, so I'm gonna put him.
Like, everyone wants me to believe different things. Everyone's trying
to convince me that it's Gavin, and I'm kind of believing it.
I'm split on Gavin. It's either now I think it is going to be he is going to die next week, or he's going to die on the fifth one when it's like one runs out of air, and one is trapped on the floorboards, and I'm like, well, that's the clones, right? Because there's two of them. But I also want to believe he's the killer because everyone keeps pointing out things like when Michael's dying, he came over and like tried to take something off his tie, and then like the gun was going towards him, like Michael knew it was him, and he put it down, and then like he disappeared, and then both of them got envelopes, which shouldn't have happened because they shouldn't have known that there were going to be two Gavins. So one of them was Miles. Because Miles didn't get his. It's all just like,
Because that was the bit that threw me off, was that about 5 minutes into it, the Gavin with the plain blue shirt and the pink tie just completely disappears and you don't see him again.
And then there's like the whole thing about the blue sword, so everyone thinks it can't be Chris because of that.
But then someone said it might be Chris because it stopped glowing when he moved it a bit away from him, but then I was like, but he's still holding it though, so surely...
That's close enough. And then some people are like, he's walking into a beam of lights and sort of things off. I'm like, nah, that's not it. Really?
I just got a text message.
Oh, that's great.
I just got 2 text messages.
Do you think it'll be from Hannah?
No, I don't have Hannah's number.
Okay, then who do you think it'll be? Roosterteeth telling you to stop talking about it.
Maybe.
No one will know. So yeah, people are like obsessed with theories now, and there've got to be some people who already worked it out.
Yeah.
But of course, everyone's second guessing themselves.
Remember we were Skyping and like my inbox on Tumblr was just filling up with people telling me their theories, and you could just like at first I was so excited about it, and then you could hear just how progressively exasperated I was getting when people kept sending me the same theories.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what to believe now.
I mean,
it's way too early to guess who the killer is. But
this is the only time we are allowed to, so it's fucking hard. Imagine if it's just Ryan. And it would be there like, we all thought it was Ryan, but we didn't pick him.
If it's Ryan, I'm never watching a Roosterteeth video ever again.
That's such a lie.
It's not. I'm going to boycott Roosterteeth.
But now I'm just like, did they just make it the most obvious person because no one will pick it because it's the most obvious?
Yeah, that's the thing, because it's like, there are so many things where it's like, okay, it'll be obvious if it's this, but because it's obvious, it's not this, but then maybe because it's obvious, they're going to think that we're not going to say that it's that, but it is that. I
think Miles is the one that's going to be martyred.
Why?
If he's not the killer. Because he always walks into the sword. So I'm like, that could be foretelling of a future incident.
Yeah, but why martyred?
Because he was about to get stabbed for like no reason.
It's got nothing to do with being martyred.
There you were. You're right. He's taking off the team.
No. No.
See, that's 10 little roosters ruining our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's so much at stake. Whoever guesses the most right gets to go.
I know, but it'll never be us. Let's be real here. It's never gonna be us.
No, for sure. But there's gonna be someone who does, and I'm gonna murder them. And then I'm gonna make a series of videos about it. No one will know that it's me though, so cut that bit out. And then you have to guess who did the what.
Yeah.
That was my plan.
I was gonna say something, completely got out. It jumped out of my head.
Was it something about Roosterteeth?
Probably.
X-Men Valve trailer.
X-Men Valve trailer, which is excellent. I mean, it wasn't that much more than we already knew.
No, but it's still cool to have like an official trailer now. So
I want to know how Lindsay's character is gonna go, because it's kind of like so far it's just kind of like saying lines in the exact same dead tone voice. They're just like these fucking idiots. But like, I want to see how a character like is gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We must just wait.
Yeah.
I was talking about this the other day to someone. I think it was because there's recently been a post on Tumblr going around about all the different types of hate Lindsay gets in the YouTube comments. And one of the things it said was that she copies Ray's humour. And I was like, this is the thing that I pointed out before, that I think her and Ray do have a similar kind of humour.
Yeah.
And I would pay good money to see like a Let's Play of just them two.
I think they're normally good at like the really dry input. Mm-hmm. Like they don't run a conversation; they input.
Mm-hmm.
Which
is why I think
it's similar to Jack's humour when he's pissed off. Otherwise, when he's really happy, he does that fun giggly thing that you only get to see in Cloudberry Kingdom. I love that. I love that attitude Jack has.
Yeah. Jack's really scary when he's mad.
I was just thinking about the podcast they did live with Joel.
Oh my god.
And just the way everyone's like backing away from Jack, like, oh shit. And Joel just like refused to meet his eye.
Yeah, right? Like, how can you do that to Joel?
Joel is like the only one who angers bigger guys than him.
Yeah.
I think of the bottle incident, sorry. Where he was drunk and threw a bottle at someone's face. And then, like, he angers Jack and he angers Adam.
Yeah, well, he tried to throw a bottle at someone's face, but it slipped out of his hand.
I love Joel.
We don't need to talk about Joel, okay?
And then, like, he just picks bigger guys than him to, like, pout. And Bernie, of course.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's just like he's normally the thinner guy in any room, so
it's true.
he just is the smaller guy.
Like, I don't know how Adam hasn't murdered him yet.
That haunted house Halloween special, fucking excellent, and behind the scenes even fucking better. I love how Jeremy and Matt like joined in, because I was like not really sure they'd be in the Achievement Hunter.
Yeah.
And then the fact that those guys are with Caden and Lindsay now doing Let's Build is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not surprised because, Matt's the master builder, so I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And now the fact that Ori's in How To just makes me really
did you
happy.
see the latest one where they did The Crew?
I don't think I've seen that
they
one.
They drove to Vegas.
No!
Good.
But yeah, they're like a good team.
They are.
And like, I really love Joel and Adam, but it's pretty cool having those guys as well.
Yeah. Adds a new fresh dynamic.
I want to hear Jeremy and Matt play Outlast.
Yeah.
If they haven't already. It's been a bit like, thing is, when people join Roosterteeth, it's like it's really hard then to suddenly find anything they did before Roosterteeth. Like anything about Barbara, every time I hear something about Barbara, it's like brand new news to me, like her being like a model, and I was like, what? And like the fact that she's done other stuff, and I was like, I'm sorry. What was her life before Roosterteeth? So yeah, I mean, it's like weird to me. Yeah. This podcast in my head is literally just, I'm like, what else came out?
Roosterteeth. That's all that's in my
They
head.
introduced Sunday driving, which is cool. Then there's
I
the
haven't
On the
seen-
Spot.
On the spot, which was really
Excellent.
funny. I was laughing within like 2 minutes. I was cracking up. So
I really wanted them to bring back what they did for the sponsor cup on Valentine's Day, which is the honeymoon game.
Mm-hmm.
Newlywed game, there you go.
Newlywed.
I really want more of that, of like couples within Roosterteeth and like
non-couples.
and just like
we were talking
the
about
teams.
Yeah, like we were talking about like how they should have like a couple, like Bernie and Ashley, and then Joel and Adam.
Yes. But like I get like how a lot of them have like that, like they don't act cuppy together on anything because like it's kind of I don't know. It's just like the fans can get pretty invasive sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I think the only people who do that really are Lindsay and Michael, and that's because they just both don't give a fuck. Like they're like the most fearless people at Roosterteeth who are just like fuck people. Also, I suppose Gus, but Esther's not really involved in Roosterteeth.
Mm.
If she was, I'd really like to see her in a video. Really would like to.
Esther's awesome.
The stories I hear of Esther.
She's awesome.
And then like the stuff, just a mysterious hand. And like, what I've heard of her and what she tweets and stuff, I'm like, Esther is clearly a goddess. Can I please listen to her?
A star. I love Esther.
I need to hear Esther's voice once.
That was really like smooth how you just put your hand down.
Yeah, but pointing out makes it less smooth.
I needed to let everyone know, like, watch the tape back. She was just like, meow.
I was surprised. It's because you have to put it in and then go twist.
Yeah.
I was surprised that next time I do it, the whole thing's gonna come out and I point it out.
I still can't believe this mess that you've made. Look,
I'm very scared the camera's not on.
They can see that.
Can I just, let me be paranoid, because I'm always paranoid.
Let me be paranoid, because I am.
Yeah, but I feel more accepting if people are cool with it. Yeah, it's on. No, it's not.
Camera, why?
Camera, please. How long was it on? I don't know how long it was on. See, this is why everyone should trust my instincts. I know.
Shut up.
It's because I can tell.
No one cares about your goddamn instincts, Ronnie.
I can tell. There's like, if something happens to like the lens of the camera, and it's really weird.
Is it on now?
Yeah, I just put it on. It sucks that I think I should get like 2 cameras on, like on top of each other, and then just like mash the edits.
Well, we should have like.
There's no way of doing. If you had like 3, like they do a Roosterteeth. Your nails stick out to me. How about you? I was like, oh, I scratched you. I was very sure. Like, did I get? Wait a minute. Yeah, get like 3, and then just cut between when stuff fucks up. Mm-hmm. Also, if there was like a way to continuously do it. I mean, the good thing Like, my camera is really shit, but it runs for longer. But this camera is better, but it runs for a short time.
It does a thing where it goes, and then it's off.
I think it's bad it's because it wasn't built for stuff like this. It was built stuff for, like, small movie
maybe
scenes.
it should learn how to adapt.
So when it comes to, like, the web series, we're going to have to... I don't know how it's going to work, man.
I assumed that we'd have Imogen keeping an eye on the camera.
It literally has to be someone that instantly go psh, 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 and then the camera angle cannot change and we cannot move spots when it has to, like, change stuff. Otherwise you have to redo scenes completely. It's going to be hell. But it's easier than, like, cutting between. I think I'm just taking all this makeup off because it's hurting the sides of my eye. Like I said, I'm allergic to colourings and I'm pretty sure it's all in eyeliner and stuff, so... It makes my eyes cry and my skin be itchy. Fucking makeup, man. Fucking makeup.
Could have just not worn makeup today. You had to make me look bad.
You look bad every single week.
One day I came without makeup and you're decked as fuck.
I fucking never wear makeup, so I was like, you know, I'm gonna get effort today. I have my pink hair. I can curl it slightly. Not that much, because it takes forever. But I also didn't bother to do the back, because I can't see the back. I need the camera. So, yeah, and then you came without makeup, and I was like, well, now I feel too much. Amazing. Yeah. Oh! No, I don't really have... That doesn't happen in my life. Nothing really happens in my life now. We didn't have made a podcast in like 2-3 weeks, so...
We made a podcast the week that we went to the transmitter, and that hasn't come out, so...
Yeah, 'cause it's a really shit one.
Never will. The lost podcast.
I have like 3 videos saved in like backlog on YouTube. So like at any moment I can post it. And it includes TC Fair with me playing Five Nights at Freddy's, where it was like hand recorded with a camera. And it looks really shitty because the footage of a handheld camera looking at a screen trying to make it look like a handheld camera. So it looks like a real piece of shit, and I didn't even get that scared. There was like the jump, and I was like, oh, but that's the game.
Oh.
And, like all the build up was me going like, oh, holy shit, and then it just actually happened. I was like, oh. Well, this has been the video. It's because I watched it first. I should never be able to watch games before I play them.
Have we already been talking for 22 minutes?
What is up with our lives?
22 minutes!
Oh no, but there's like 5 minutes where you didn't actually set up. There are people in the house now. Hey. Great.
You make it sound like I live here, like I'm not a people in the house anymore.
You've become part of the house when you're on set. It just happens.
I am at one with the wind.
So, anything happened to you this week? Or last 2-3 weeks?
We met Kerry. We met Kerry Shawcross.
Oh, of course, we've met Miles Luna and Kerry Shawcross!
Oh, you've met Miles Luna.
I want Miles Luna.
I have not.
I say,
and that's okay because Miles Luna tweeted me on my 17th birthday, so that was pretty cool.
They're really American. There's nothing else I can add other than...
I felt like such an asshole because you warned me. You and Imogen both said to me, listen, when they talk, they're really American. And I was like, okay, cool, so I'm warned now, I know. And then the first thing that I said when Kerry opened his mouth and spoke to me was, oh my god, you're so American!
It's so weird because like when you listen to like podcasts and even when I was at the panel, it was literally just like, they're them.
Yeah.
And then I heard talk to them in person and was like, it's Americans! It shocked me for whatever reason that they're American.
Right, it was so shocking, but it's like... just the way he said whatever he said, and it was in an American accent, and I was like, huh? we're in London. Really, I assume that if you come to
really
London,
weirds me
you
out.
automatically adopt a London accent.
I don't know what it is. Just as you hear it in person, it's like, but I just spoke in an English accent. You can't speak in an American.
God, this is rude.
I think it'd been easier for me to adjust if I saw Gavin, and then I feel like it'd be British. It'd be different British than ours, but
because it would be Oxford, but. Oxford, British.
One of my favourite lines of all time was when it was the cupboard thing.
Yeah, they're totally distinct accents. Which they are.
They are.
Like Gavin and Ben have totally different accents.
Like for me, I can tell they're different. I probably wouldn't be able to place them.
Oh, Gavin. No.
Like I couldn't bring up a map and be like, yeah, they're from there, they're from there.
Gavin, no, but you can definitely tell that Ben is from Nottingham. Because that is a very distinct accent.
I think it's really weird in England. It's like we're one of the smallest countries. Not one of the smallest, but like one of the smallest for the amount of people.
Well, we're literally an island. We are.
I know, and they should just like walk 5 meters and there's another accent right there.
Like even in London, it's like you have like different, like the West London accent is different from the East London accent.
Yeah, it's like if you go further up, it's just like there's a slight raise in the voice, and when you go lower, it's like I don't know.
But like the more east you get, the more like kind of gangster you get. I find, because that's where like I come from, like the more east side, and everyone's like, well, go on.
Yeah, North London is posher, and it's also like I don't know, just it says like grass instead of grass. It depends how far north you're going. Like I end up saying both because my mom's a northerner, so it kind of melts in the accent, and I just do whatever. I also sound posher than a lot of my family for no fucking reason.
I do as well. I'm like one of the poshest sounding people from where I'm from. The people always assume I'm really rich because they're like, oh, but you're so posh. And I'm like, no, I just well spoken.
I assume it's something I picked up from watching TV shows, because when I was younger, I picked up an American accent just from watching Friends. And like, I didn't realise it. So like for a long time, for like a year of my life, I was just speaking in an American accent because I watched just Scrubs, Friends, 8 Rules of Dating My Teenage Daughter, all the Hope and Faith, shows like that. So I just like, I'm American. So
when I was like...
And now I can't tell the difference between a New York and London accent. I can't tell them apart. It's really frustrating.
New York and England?
Yeah.
But one's American and...
No, I know it sounds really stupid. But if you put on a show for me, it will take a while for me to realise. And normally what is the clue is that it's something that's so American. Like if it's a sitcom, I'm like, oh, it's American. But like sometimes I literally just watch things and I'm like, oh, it's American? The worst is Canadian.
Canadian.
I thought they Canadian, but I didn't come out properly. When it's Canadian, I can't. It blows my mind. I'm like, I don't know where this accent is from.
I can't distinguish between Canadian and American accents. I'm really sorry. My dad.
I can't distinguish between English and Canadian.
My dad always tells me off for it. He's like, no, they're completely different, and I'm like, I'm sure they are, but I just don't have the ear for it.
Yeah, I'm just the
worst.
I
was gonna say.
Also, Scottish and Irish. I have a real problem with that.
No, I can't accept that. I can't accept that.
My dialects are really fucked up.
Yeah, but Ireland and Scotland, they're like different countries.
I know, but like, it's just something in a voice.
America and Canada are also different countries.
It's something like, I don't know, I'm really bad at accents.
I really can't tell the difference between Irish and Scottish. Irish and Welsh I could understand maybe.
No, Welsh is quite high.
So is Irish?
It's really soft.
Yes.
Irish is slightly harsher.
It all depends on where in Ireland though, because there are some places...
See, this fucks me up, because you could be from a certain place in Ireland and I'm like, I don't know. It depends how Irish.
Like, you couldn't tell the difference between, like, Bernard Black's accent and Amy Pond's accent.
It would take me a while. Like, it just does. It just does. There's no reason for it.
I went through a phase in secondary school where I would only speak in a Scottish accent.
What?
It was because I loved the Scottish accent so much. I was like, I wanted to practice so I could perfect it in case I ever needed it for anything.
If I could make Harley Irish, I would love that.
I really want to make Harley Irish.
Then we can make the joke in like Red vs Blue when it's like, you're Mexican. It's like, I'm Dutch Irish.
Oh, because I can do an Irish accent, I just don't know how long for.
Or how convincing.
Yeah, or how convincing. Because it's like, I can talk to like my friends at college in an Irish accent, they'll be like, oh my god, it's so good, but like, if you're from Ireland and you hear it, then you'd probably be like, no, it's not. So.
And it's like the thing when you hear like Americans doing English accent, you're like, what the fuck is that?
That's one of the, like, it's really
Do you know what
weird.
it is? Emily Blunt, I don't think she's English. I know she's English, but she doesn't sound English.
I feel you.
Every time she's in something, I'm like, you sound like you're faking being English. I know for a fact you're
like
born
really...
She's the one in Friends, right?
Emily Blunt.
Am I wrong?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When she was in Friends, I was like, that's a fake accent. My sister was like, no, she's English. And I'm like, no, she's not.
Because there's a very distinct accent, which is an American person doing an English accent.
Yeah.
They all sound exactly the same. It's like this mix between English and Australian.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Oh my god. And it's also, It was. I think it's also like when an English person goes to America, and then they stay like, especially like actresses, and they stay in America for such a long time. Their accent, even though they're using English one like all the time, they're around American people, so the accent just kind of like changes.
Yeah.
So I think her accent just like altered while being in Hollywood, but it doesn't sound English anymore.
Yeah. I think the only one, like, Gavin still sounds pretty...
But he visits England a lot.
It's true, but
then again, I don't know Oxford accent very well, so I could have like someone else speaking like the Oxford accent and be like, oh yeah, that's kind of different. Like when it kind of shocked me when they were talking about like where they're from and like Achievement Hunter especially, when like Jeff's from Alabama and Ryan's from Georgia. And then,
you can tell Ryan's from Georgia though.
No, but then everyone's just like, oh, you don't sound it, and I'm like, don't they? They sound like they sound like they have the southern twang, and then like he'll do like a one word impression, and you're like, holy crap, that's not like his accent. And so with Michael, like to me, it's really New Jerseyan, but to everyone else, it's really altered.
With Michael, because he's he did videos before, and his videos from before are quite popular. His accent, you can hear the change. Yeah, for sure. Like he used to be so New Jersey, like New Jersey. New Jersey. Yeah, you know the one with his brother. Yeah, like the Capri Sun.
Shut the fuck up!
Shut the fuck up! And it's so New Jersey. It's like wow. But he doesn't sound like that anymore. He sounds like just plain old.
Yeah, he sounds like that Vine about Vine is like, I can't fucking stand you. He's like, no, I can't fucking stand you.
Fuck you.
I saw that moment in my head. It's just like, that is Michael talking to his mum, Denise, isn't it? It's Denise.
That's my favourite Vine, and I can't fucking stand you. You don't gotta stand me. There's a chair there.
That's a pretty good.
My favourite part about it though is that she actually sits down and says fuck you. She says like fuck you.
Oh my god. But yeah, so it's like, to me, it's like they have the accent, and everyone else is like, no, they've really altered it to make it like clearer and more. And they made it more Texan, and I'm like, what? They all sound the same.
Yeah. Well, no, Ryan is definitely like he's got that kind of.
No, but it's kind of mellowed out.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like he's lost a lot of the twang.
You can still tell that it's there. It's festering.
It's festering.
It's waiting.
No, I need like.
It's like I need he says didn't. Didn't. He's like.
I need something like a rage quit.
That was a fun
challenge. We actually heard it this time. Something like. Okay, hold on. The card is full. Why does shit do this? Okay, we'll just talk into this for it. I don't think we should go that much longer. Yeah, so like Ryan's. I think we should have like a rage quit, like a Ryan quit or something like that, where he is just like talking in a Georgian accent, like to a game, and it's being all suave. I think it would make a lot of people cry though.
Oh, for sure. I know I would.
No, yeah, him, and then get Jeff to do a real strong Alabama accent.
Speaking of Ryan and Jeff, did you see the play pal that they did come out?
No! I mean, when you talk about it, I heard the tune, and I was like, fuck, I've got to watch this. And that's how he went over there and watched Stanley Driving. Where it's like an Achievement Hunter podcast, which I love the idea of, because none of them are really going to be on the podcast. Mm-hmm. A lot of them aren't. And like, now the rest of them really aren't going to be.
I want Joel back on the podcast.
What's he doing right now?
I know he was doing day 5, obviously. Yeah. And now I guess the main stuff that he does is the how-tos.
No, I know he has other jobs outside of it.
Yeah, like he does adverts and stuff.
Mission
but I think he usually goes away for that.
Yeah.
Like he'll leave Texas for that.
No, I think he does it in the office because they've already got the equipment there. Where would he live?
No, but I'm sure there were a few times where they've been like, oh, Joel's away doing whatever right now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really can't wait for day 5.
Yeah. Do you know if that's going to come out on like cinemas or?
I don't think so, because that's what Laser Team is, right?
Yeah. We can still watch day 5 somewhere, I'm sure.
Like the internet.
I don't want to watch it illegally though, because it's going to be Roosterteeth production.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're like releasing it like I don't know where they're releasing it. I would assume that they are releasing it on the site because like their big one is Laser Team.
Yeah. If that doesn't come to England, I'll be first off with them. But oh god.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Think about it. If they did like a premiere somewhere in England, yeah, just ignore that.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You're a loser.
Thanks. There can't be that many people.
Yeah.
So they did an English one. It'd be like one cinema, and
It would be Leicester Square, right?
If they could afford that, that's a lot of money.
South Woodford. It's like a 10-minute walk from my house. I'll go.
But yeah, if they did it, and they actually got some of the Roosterteeth guys to come over for the premiere,
That would be
English
awesome.
premiere, that'd be awesome. Because it'd literally be one cinema of fans.
Oh my god, that would be so blessed.
No, I think there are like 2 million fans in England, maybe.
2 million fans.
I don't know, it's because like they're all spread out, but it's mostly like American based, isn't it?
I don't know.
Apparently England's the next biggest, and then it's Australia, and then it's New Zealand?
New Zealand.
Yeah. All the very famous English-speaking countries first, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they could it would be great. We'd have to book tickets like as soon as it came out, I assume.
But we would have to book tickets. No,
Yeah.
sorry, I just keep going. Sorry, not sorry.
Also, then there's gonna be all the indie people who want to watch this new movie. I was like, get out of here! No!
Stop fucking it up!
Go somewhere else to watch this movie. Watch another sci-fi. We're gonna watch this.
We paid for this.
I did not, but
I didn't either because I didn't have any money at the time.
Same.
But I paid for it in spirit.
I had to make a poll quite a few months ago because it was like part of a project. But it was like, have you ever been part of a crowdfunding thing? And I was like, yes, no, but I really did want to, but I just didn't have money. I was like, no, but I didn't want to already have money. It was like the highest ranking one. And I was like, yeah. There are like 2 people who are like, no, I never wanted to be a part of this. I was like, well, they're not Roosterteeth fans, clearly.
Rude.
Oh. I also got into Video Game High School recently.
Okay.
It's really good. I was surprised.
Okay.
I don't know why I was surprised. I was just like, I've heard of it before, so it can't be that bad. And then it was like really awesome. Do you know anything about it?
Nope.
You should. It's funny. And then like they made it. It's literally like they made a school like Video Game High School. And like my favorite part about it is like they've got like what's it called? Vending machines, but with like stuff that like it's just like all energy drink and there's like pizza in a can. And like stuff like that, I'm like, this is brilliant. And then like they have like cool technology everywhere, and like they make CGI like versions of the game in real life, and then like they film them playing the games. So like the most famous one is like an online COD kind of, you know. And yeah, so they're all in like army uniforms with fake guns running around. It's really awesome. But what's annoying about it? Season 1 and 2, happy fun and games, easy laughs.
Oh no.
Season 3, fucking everything goes to hell.
So it's like red versus blue, basically.
Worse, way more drastic.
Really?
There's no build, it's just suddenly, every episode, fucking sobbing on the ground. It's just way too much. Like, the worlds are crashing. And I was like, no! No, my babies, they were happy a minute ago.
It's really dramatic because there's a fire in your garden and I'm looking at the fire and listening to you scream and it's like...
It's a bonfire, guys.
Yeah, there's not just like a random wildfire spreading through her garden.
I think we'd be a little bit more alert. Then again, there was a time, of course, when I was in the middle of listening to someone live stream them doing art. Right. I think it's someone you don't know, 5, who does the Roosterteeth art.
Oh, I love that. They do the AU with the baby.
Yeah. No, I was there when they were doing one, and I literally, there was the dryer was on fire, there was smoke coming up, and I said, BRB, fire.
Bag.
Yeah, the camera's not on, so I could have got away with that.
No, you can't.
Hola, mi amiga.
No, that's for us, not you.
Oh, wait.
That's rude.
The camera's not on. Yeah. Oh, you looked at me like... The microphone is still on though. Okay, cool. Hi. But yeah, so it was literally just like, I was like, BRB fire in the middle of the stream. Okay. And so my friends were also on the stream and they were like... Do you want anything from Saints? No, okay. So yeah, it was just the middle of the live stream and I was like, sorry, fire. And I left. And so my friends were on the stream were literally just like, did Ronnie just say there was a fire? and then I came back once we dealt with it. It was like a dryer caught on fire. It was old and like got too much dust. And like, yeah, so we sorted the situation. Like, we took the dryer outside. I think it's still outside. And it would stop being on fire. There was no smoke and like stuff had melted, especially in the dryer, which my sister's clothes. That was pretty funny. So I went back upstairs and like the live stream was kind of just like, I plugged the headphones in and it's like, yeah, so she just said there was a fire and she left. And I was like, hi guys! And I'm like, what happened? I was like, well, and then I suddenly got a Skype call invite because I knew them through a friend. So they called me through my friend, Asindra. And yeah, so I was on there and they were like, what just happened? I was like, so basically there's a fire. And they were just like, you waited to say BRB fire. Like, that's gonna be the worst. Just go, that's rude. You gotta let them know. I couldn't let them know there's a fire. I was like, I want to continue watching the stream, but there's a little bit more going on right now. And they were like, why did you just go? And I was like, no, whatever, I didn't know. And all of a sudden I was reminded of the IT crowd thing, which you haven't watched. No. But it's the bit where Moss is just like, he just suddenly sees a fire and looks up for his computer and is like, 5, fire! And he just really slowly gets up, like gets the extinguisher, doesn't work, he's like reading the instructions, taking his time, like, that sets on fire, and he's like, well, I'm gonna have to send an email. And he sends an email, it's like, and he's just like, to whom it may concern, there is a fire. Like, oh, no, it's too full. Fire! And then just sends an email. And then, like, Roy walks in and is just like, there's a fire! I was like, guys, I dealt with it. I've sent an email. And I'm just like, that would exactly be me in this situation. Just suddenly, fire?
Oh, would you look at that?
Oh my god, okay.
So they're having fun in the kitchen.
Oh, we're having fun in here. I mean, come on now.
Oh, we've got the food.
I'm keeping a hostage. Like all that peanut came out. Yeah, so we said we're going to keep this short, so I don't know how much longer we're going to keep this going on for.
Well, I think we can probably wrap it up now if you want.
So sorry I haven't talked about that much, but we don't have that much to talk about. I will say, now I'm going to properly actually say it now. We are working our way towards making a web series. Like, we've only written like 4 episodes roughly.
Well, like 3.5.
Yeah, and we're trying to pick up the pace on that because now we've got like everything else out of the way.
Yeah, well, we
don't have any more distractions to think about. It was
just kind of us writing, but we brought in 2 other writers now. So
yeah, the main one being Natasha Rubens, who's actually been like excellent and amazing at it, and like she has like set off the thing, and now I'm like, well, now I've got to write, and now I feel like I'm going on there every day to try and add something and check something.
Same. I've definitely started contributing more since we've had her around.
Yeah, because now you feel guilty. You're like, she doesn't even know when she's writing. Yeah. And so once we finished, I think I put it now to like 20 episodes. Okay. That's only I want. And I might do splits in between where we do FAQs in between. Yeah. But like we'll have recorded the series and then put them up and then film FAQs on top of that.
No, it's something to talk about off.
Okay. So yeah, that's what we're working towards, and it means like a lot of our progress now is kind of being stopped, especially with like fandom update, because you have to spend a lot of time like writing that, and we're gonna try and write the web series. And like, as much as I love doing all the little projects and stuff, and I still want to bring out like, TC vs Adult World maybe next week, like this is like the priority. And so if we're not doing, I think the web series is kind of like the most like main thing on our minds. Yeah. And like until we get everything written, and then when we do, we plan to launch an Indiegogo campaign. We like do a small video with everyone, as much people can get around. I mean, Tasha lives in London, so we can be like, if you want, you can come down and join the video, because I feel bad if she doesn't. Yeah. So like you've done so much already. And And we're going to ask for a couple of people to join us because we need to find sources like cameras and people to work with us.
And
so far we've
maybe
got one.
backup actors and actresses.
Yeah, maybe backup actors and actresses. Maybe like we need some other characters that'll be introduced. Maybe.
Yeah.
We haven't planned for that yet, but we can see that happening.
I mean, we do have a storyline in the stories list which would require other people.
Yeah. So yeah, we will also be looking out for more actors and actresses, people who want to work on sound. Yeah, people who are willing to do anything really, and like
Preferably living in London.
yeah, if you live in London, that just makes like 20 times better.
Not you. We don't want you.
So yeah, that's what we're working towards, and that means a lot of our progress is kind of stopped right now. But yeah.
I just wanted that sound on the clip.
So yeah, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, whatever. Bye.
Been on